Winna decided to help the sick cheetah. What happened after will surprise you. What happens when a woman rescues a sick wild predator, only for it to recover and do something completely unexpected? The story begins in a quiet town in Russia, where an ordinary day takes an extraordinary turn. When a woman stumbles upon a weak and ailing predator, she makes a daring choice to help, unaware that this act of kindness will lead to a shocking twist that no one could have predicted. Justine has dedicated her life to caring for animals at a local zoo, where her love for creatures of all sizes fills her days with purpose and joy. Every animal holds a special place in her heart, but one day, something truly exciting happens: a new arrival. The entire zoo buzzes with anticipation as they welcome a magnificent male cheetah named Sterling, eager to introduce him to his new home. Everyone eagerly watches, curious to see how the cheetah will adjust to his new surroundings. But to their surprise, Sterling does something unexpected. He doesn't explore or roam. Instead, he simply lies down, motionless. It's an unusual start to a story that is about to take an extraordinary turn. The next morning, the zookeepers noticed something even more concerning. Sterling, the cheetah, hadn't moved at all throughout the night. Their concern grew when Sterling refused to eat, showing no interest even when offered breakfast. Sensing that something was wrong, the zoo staff quickly called in a vet. After a thorough examination, the vet delivered heartbreaking news. Sterling was gravely ill, suffering from pneumonia, likely contracted upon his arrival at the zoo. The vet explained how serious it was, and Justine, along with her zookeeper friends, started to feel really concerned. Sterling was getting worse. Losing weight, his fur looked dull, and his legs were getting weaker. The big problem was that Sterling didn't want to eat or drink anything, and he needed medicine to get better. But getting medicine into a sick cheetah is not an easy task. A risky plan. Justine, determined to save Sterling, came up with a bold plan. Even though her colleagues were unsure about it, she decided to feed Sterling by hand. It was a big risk because wild animals, especially when they're sick, can be unpredictable. But Justine thought it was the only way to make sure Sterling got the medicine he needed to get better. When Sterling was getting sicker, Justine decided to undertake the risky mission. She quietly went into Sterling's space and started her mission. She gave him pieces of meat soaked in water, and each piece contained important medicine. At first, Sterling didn't want to eat it, but Justine didn't give up. Even though Sterling was weak, he got interested and finally started taking small bites. Justine knew that just one dose of medicine wasn't enough, so she decided to give him a daily meal this way. After 3 weeks of Justine's hard work, the medicine miraculously started working, and Sterling got better. The connection between Justine and the cheetah became stronger, going beyond the usual boundaries between people and animals. Sterling, who used to be tired and unresponsive, now eagerly waited for Justine to visit every day, showing how close they had become. The heartbreaking goodbye. But just when it seemed Sterling was completely better, something really sad happened. The zoo was having money problems, and they told Justine some heartbreaking news. They couldn't afford to keep Sterling anymore. They had to sell him to a circus, breaking the special bond between Justine and the cheetah. When Justine saw Sterling being taken away, it was a very sad goodbye. Sterling, who was once sick but had gotten better, sensed that he was being separated from the person who had saved him. The painful memory lingered in Justine's heart, leaving an emptiness that seemed impossible to fill. As the years passed, she couldn't shake the sorrow of not knowing what had become of Sterling. Then, one day, rumors spread that a traveling circus was coming to town. Intrigued, she discovered that among the animals was a cheetah, a revelation that reignited a spark of hope within her. Driven by curiosity, Justine made her way to the circus, where she learned that a blind cheetah was being kept nearby. A thought lingered in her mind: could it be Sterling? With a blend of hope and apprehension, she followed a circus worker to the room where the big cat rested. As she stepped inside, the cheetah remained indifferent, barely reacting to her presence until she spoke. Suddenly, excitement filled the air as Sterling let out a loud, eager meow at the sight of Justine. Overwhelmed with joy, she rushed to open the cage and stepped inside. To her astonishment, after 4 long years, Sterling had not forgotten his old friend. He gently nudged her legs, purred as she stroked his fur, and the room was filled with the warmth of their long-awaited reunion. The heartwarming tale of Justine and Sterling reminds us that kindness and compassion know no bounds. Their story is a testament to the unbreakable bond between humans and animals, proving that one person's care can forever change the life of a creature in need. What an incredible story! If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please leave a comment below. See you in the next video.